CTV News Update. One man is dead after a blaze rips through his townhouse in Beltsville over the weekend. Now firefighters are canvassing the community, hoping to prevent this deadly incident from happening again. Firefighters were called to a home in the 12,000 block of Beltsville Drive early Sunday morning. When crews arrived, they found smoke coming from the basement and in front of the townhome. While putting out the flames, emergency crews found a male victim dead in his home. Today, crews went door to door checking to make sure that residents in the neighborhood had a working smoke detector.
At this point, we do know that there was a smoke alarm present inside the unit where the male was found deceased. But at this point, we don't believe that it was a working smoke detector. We know working smoke detectors, working smoke alarms save lives. So we are asking our residents, whoever's watching this, to please check your smoke alarm. Make sure it's working. It can buy you that critical time to get out and save your own life.
Meantime, crews canvassed a community in the 5200 block of 57th Street in Riverdale, where a blaze broke out and destroyed a home on Saturday. One firefighter was seriously hurt in the incident. 3 adults, 2 children, and 2 pets were displaced. Congressman Anthony Brown continues to push for increased COVID vaccinations for Marylanders. Brown says Maryland could be doing a lot more, though. He toured the vaccination center at Six Flags today. Our Byron Scott has the story.
Congressman Anthony Brown toured the recently opened state-run COVID vaccination center at Six Flags. Brown says while he's concerned that Maryland is lagging behind other states in its vaccination rollout, he's hopeful.
I'm very pleased with what I saw today.
Brown toured the facility with members of the National Guard, the State Health Department, and local health officials. All of them, he says, are working to complete the infrastructure at the facility.
So that as more supply of vaccines become available, we're ready to get those shots in arms. And today, they're doing about 250 shots a day. They're learning a lot in terms of what's working and what's not working. And by week's end, they should be in a position where they can take on and administer 2,000 shots a day.
Brown says one big concern is making sure African Americans, who are the hardest hit with COVID, get their shots. He acknowledged the apprehension in the black community and efforts to change that.
Just yesterday or the day before, you had Lieutenant Governor Rutherford here with a group of pastors. I think it's important that you get people who are from the community, of the community, who can speak to the efficacy, but most importantly, the safety of the vaccination.
Brown is among those advocating for a FEMA-run site in the county.
I think Maryland stands to get at least 2 FEMA centers, and it's my understanding that we've got a competitive site in southern Maryland.
Byron Scott, CTV News.
The State Health Department reports more than 900 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. That brings the total number of confirmed cases to more than 360,000. Officials also say that 23 Marylanders have died from the coronavirus in the last day. Meantime, in Prince George's County, there are more than 69,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases. Nearly 1,600 postal workers in the D.C. region have tested positive for COVID-19, and 7 people have died from the virus. According to NBC4, the number of positive cases among postal employees has more than doubled since December. The news comes on the heels of residents across the region getting late mail, which many had attributed to the dismantling of sorting machines at postal facilities under the Trump administration. Well, all eyes will be on the U.S. Senate tomorrow as the impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump is set to get underway. Trump's lawyers are rejecting the case brought by the House managers, calling the proceedings unconstitutional and political theater. In a brief filed today, Trump's lawyers presented an outline of their defense. His counsel alleges that the Democratic-led effort to impeach and convict the former president is driven by Trump derangement syndrome. House managers argue that Trump was directly responsible for the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol on January 6. The union representing Capitol Hill Police is expected to hold a no-confidence vote this week aimed at leaders of the police agency. This comes 1 month after the deadly riots on Capitol Hill. The union is expected to vote no confidence in the agency's executive team, including acting police chief Yogananda Pittman. In a video released last week, Pittman said the insurrection at the Capitol has changed the department forever and that a security review is underway. Pittman is a 20-year veteran with the police agency. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. We'll be back in just a moment.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I am a 9-year-old boy who hopes a friend invites me to a sleepover so I can have dinner. I am a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks during lunch so my friends won't know I don't have anything to eat. I am a 13-year-old boy who gets into fights at school just because I'm hungry. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger. Kids you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Welcome back. Only a handful of states have protections against debtor's prison, making it possible to incarcerate someone who is unable to pay a debt. Berlin Davis used to own his own lawn service, and after he divorced, he sold the business and all of his equipment and moved to another state. But his side business, which made under $10,000 annually, actually had a lien put on it by the state.
I just couldn't put it all together. Why are you coming at me this way? And, you know, me trying to negotiate. And then it was like non-negotiable terms. Either you do this or that. You know, give us this lump sum of money.
So yours was in the court system for a long time,
Yes.
for many years, and you were threatened with jail time.
Yes.
Okay.
Jail time, liens.
Is
you
it
know,
still unresolved at this point?
No, it's been resolved. I paid them off. Went to court, agreed to pay under $1,000. I paid a monthly fee out of my Social Service disability check.
The state can keep your tax refund if you get one. They can, seize your bank account. They can do all kinds of things to get the state's money back. But on top of what you already owe for the debt and the money you may pay for attorney's fees, the state charges you 17% interest on top of all of that debt.
A new bill would reduce interest charged to debtors from 17% to 6%, protect garnishment from bank accounts, and end debtors' prisons. It would also require creditors to offer income-based repayment plans and expand protections for those sued for medical debt. A hearing on HB 848 will take place this Wednesday, February 10th, in the House Judiciary Committee. Detectives are looking for clues about what led to the shooting death of a man in Hyattsville last night. Police were called to the 7300 block of Riggs Road about 10:20 p.m. When officers arrived, they found the victim inside of a car suffering from trauma to the body. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to contact police. Bystander video was recently released of a deadly incident in Montgomery County Saturday morning. It shows a sheriff's deputy fatally shooting a motorist after the man caused 2 car crashes and attacked him with a large piece of wood. Police say 52-year-old Kevin Coslow of Laytonsville had been driving erratically about 8 a.m. Saturday. One driver swerved to avoid hitting him and crashed into a telephone pole. Coslow then crashed head-on into a second vehicle, got out of his car, and attacked the people that he had just crashed into. Officials say the sheriff's deputy unsuccessfully tried to use a taser to stop Coslow before fatally shooting him. 1 in 5 children have been sexually solicited online, according to the Maryland State Police. Ahead of Safer Internet Day tomorrow, they are warning parents about protecting their kids. CTV's Keisha Butts has the details.
Since the pandemic began last year, there's been a dramatic increase in online computer use. At the same time, state police say children have become involved in sexually explicit material, cyberbullying, and sextortion. Police are bringing this issue to the attention of parents as Safer Internet Day, a global awareness campaign, gets underway tomorrow. To keep kids safe, police suggest that parents place computers in a common area of the house, set screen time limits, remind children not to talk to strangers, know their children's passwords, and tell kids not to give out personal information. You can file complaints involving the exploitation of children with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. For more details, visit mdsp.maryland.gov and saferinternetday.us. Police also say senior citizens are targets for online criminal activity. They tell older adults to avoid suspicious emails, create strong passwords, and never send money to strangers. This is Keisha Butts with CTV News. Back to you.
If you experience an internet-based crime, you can also file a complaint with the Internet Crime Complaint Center. Well, are you looking for ways to celebrate Black History Month? Maryland's first official Museum of African American Heritage is hosting several events. The Banneker Douglas Museum is hosting 2 upcoming panel discussions called The Future of the Black Family and Black Representation Matters. And for art lovers, there's currently an exhibit located on the steps of Maryland Hall called Black Lives Matter, The Art of Activism. It showcases the work of 6 Black Maryland artists.
6 African-American artists from throughout the state then created their own depiction of Black Lives Matter, and those then were rehung outside of Maryland Hall, along with articles from just when you think of Black Lives Matter, the different artifacts associated with that. There are over 100 pieces in that exhibit.
You can join the discussion on February 18th and the 20th. The exhibit will be open until the 27th. For more information, visit bdmuseum.maryland.gov. Well, in sports, he's a Super Bowl champion once again. Tom Brady leads the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a big victory in Super Bowl 55. Tampa dominated Kansas City on offense and defense, beating Patrick Mahomes and his high-flying offense 31-9 last night. Brady, considered the best quarterback of all time, has now won 7 NFL championships.
Just really proud of all the guys, proud of all the coaches, the effort we put in. We knew we were playing a great football team tonight, and we got the job done. So.
To the NBA and the Washington Wizards, the hometown team has fallen on hard times. The Wizards had another lackluster performance yesterday. This time it was against the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets controlled the game from the beginning and beat Washington 119-97. Bradley Beal led the Wizards with 31 points. Washington, now 5-15 on the season, will face the Chicago Bulls tonight. Well, let's get a quick check down your 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 30 degrees. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 49 and a low of 28. Wednesday, rain and snow are likely in the afternoon. Daytime temps reach a high near 36 and a low of 29. Thursday, more snow and rain are coming throughout the day. Temps will reach a high near 34 and a low of 27. And now for your community calendar. Do you need help getting back into the work field? Mission of Love Charities Incorporated is offering a 5-week virtual employee readiness boot camp. The sessions will cover topics such as strategic thinking, situational leadership, and much more. The program is free and available to all county residents. Each participant must have their own device and internet service. Classes start tomorrow, Tuesday, February 9th, and are held every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 until 11:15 a.m. You can register today at molcinc.org. And that is your CTV News Update. Join us again tomorrow at 4:30. Have a great evening.